Today I'm going to be learning about the German Autobahn by watching this video, the top 10 German Autobahn facts, highways in Germany explained. So yeah, I've watched some videos about the Autobahn before, looked at the German police on the Autobahn, watched some videos showing some pretty insane driving on the Autobahn as well, but this one, 10 facts about the Autobahn, so interested to learn. Tell me what you think about these. If there's anything else that's interesting about the Autobahn that's not in this video, please tell me in the comments. Let's watch.
Hallo zusammen, I'm your Vlog Dave. When foreign people think of Germany as a country, they tend to associate it with the German Autobahn, the German highway system. So let's talk about 10 surprising facts about the German highway system. Sorry, not sorry, to disappoint a few guys, I guess. But no, Adolf Hitler didn't invent or even build the first German Autobahn. It's a propaganda lie. In fact, the first track of the complex German highway system we know today was opened in Cologne in 1932, which was around 1 year before Hitler even began his reign. It's today's Autobahn A555, connecting Cologne and Bonn. And on a side note, it was opened by Konrad Adenauer, who was Cologne's mayor at the time and who later became Germany's first chancellor after the Third Reich. The actual term Autobahn was already coined by Professor Robert Otzen 3 years prior, in 1929. Before this, people referred to a little single-segment road, predecessors of the Autobahn if you like. Only motorized vehicles were allowed to drive on as die nur Automobilstraße, the only automobile street. Germany's highway system is one of the longest and most complex international highway systems. Whereas in 1949 its total length was 2,100 kilometers, it's around 13,000 kilometers long at the moment.
So are they still building the Autobahn then? And if so, is it like really making life better, life easier, the infrastructure better? So is it just easier to get about? Is there ever any like complaints? That's always something I see when there's proposed new motorways and highways in the UK. There's always complaints about it affecting green spaces or forested areas and the environment basically. And I know that Germany's a very like environmentally conscious country. So is there like a lot of resistance to these being built, or do people just see the benefit of it connecting the country?
Regarding prototypes of the German Autobahn, you can even go way more back in time. The training route Berliner Avus was built from 1913 to 1921. It's only 10 kilometers long. It was designed for testing fast motorized vehicles. One misconception many foreign people have regarding the German Autobahn is that there's no speed limit. Yes, it's true that there's no general speed limit for the German Autobahn. But no, there are actually quite a lot of sections on different German Autobahnen where you're only allowed to drive at a maximum allowed speed, for instance up to 130 kilometers per hour. You can rest at over 700 so-called Rastplätze, der Rastplatz, the lay-by or rest area.
This is another thing in the UK. There's a lot of service stations, rest stops and so on, and people always have like their favourite one that's got like the most amenities and so on. Is there any like interesting rest areas or rest stops in Germany on the Autobahn? So I've got some coffee and stuff like that there as well. Is there any that you've been to a lot of times or anything for any reason? 700, that'd be quite a cool one to go and like visit them, see what they're like, see the differences and so on, and then just have like a cool road trip.
The German Autobahn section with the most steady traffic is a part of the A100 in Berlin, with over 186,000 cars per day. Wow! Although you might not assume it at first, the German Autobahn is in fact a safer place for driving than rural roads are regarding deaths. Statistics say that around 60% of all deaths that are occurring while driving in Germany are happening on rural roads rather than on the German Autobahn. The Autobahn is only responsible for around 12% of all those deaths.
Yeah, that is quite a stark difference in the number. Is it because rural roads have more people driving on it? With those numbers there, like the 180,000 just on that road in Berlin, it would suggest not. But what's causing the difference in this? Is it because on the Autobahn everybody kind of just is very conscious in how they drive and sensible, even though they might be driving a bit faster, but they're still under good control, and a lot of people driving well? On the rural roads, maybe there's a lot more turns or stuff like that. Maybe it's not as good condition, the roads, I don't know. How are the rural roads in Germany? Are they good condition? Another thing in the UK, people always complain about the condition of the roads, potholes, them wearing away and so on. But is it the same in Germany, or are all the roads maintained quite well?
At the moment, there is only one Autobahn section that prohibits trucks from driving there. It's a part of the A1 near Cologne that runs over a bridge section. The reason for this is the bad condition of this part of the Autobahn, so only trucks with a maximum weight of 3.5 tons are allowed to pass the bridge. And number 10, relating to this, many parts of the German Autobahn system are under construction, quite often. Well, it's not the same parts all the time, but you know. Often this only affects one lane, but sometimes a whole part of the Autobahn is blocked for a certain period of time. However, the regularly happening maintenance for many different parts of the Autobahn as a whole also leads to a comparatively safe place for driving. Around every 15 years or so, the respective upper parts of the tarmac, der Asphalt, are being renewed. Alright.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to ask. Like, how is the condition of just the Autobahn in general? Do you think it is because of the speed people driving it, then you would imagine it needs to be in like pretty perfect condition just to stop any accidents and so on? But is that the case? Is there certain areas that are like known for not being in good condition? And yeah, it says like there's always construction or works going on. I'm sure that could get quite annoying as well. Is there times maybe like locations or parts of the Autobahn that you need to take to go to work or something that are constantly under construction or anything like that? Yeah, interesting facts. It is, obviously I would say it's one of the most well-known road systems in the world, and it's good to learn a little bit more about it. Tell me your own experiences driving on the Autobahn and what you think about it. Thanks.